I got an underwriter in the car. I got an underwriter in the car. Let me go get him real quick. Corey came in. We sat and talked for probably an hour, and he had a big list of referrals done. So
It's
Awesome.
awesome. And then Justin, you did something key. You probably didn't even think I thought I noticed because I was talking to the lady of the house. But Justin walked over to him and said, "Can you make sure to reach out to these people to make sure they know I'm going to be reaching out to them?"
yeah,
That's the key
because
to
the
that whole
first
chain.
person I did referrals for, he didn't reach out to any of his people.
Right.
So I'm calling them, and then I sent out whatever block text like, "Hey, I'm with so and so's life insurance agent," and a couple of them were texting me stop like I was an automated machine. So I had to respond like, "I'm not a robot, but I will stop. I won't text you again."
Right.
But
So great job, Justin, and thanks for explaining that to everybody. Like, guys, it works if you do, and that key element that you added, Justin, of them reaching out because she was a huge proponent because she lost her husband and then her son. Isn't
yeah,
that correct? Lost her
she's with
husband.
Prime America. She's been with Prime
Yeah,
America. She loves
yeah,
Prime America, but she's
yeah.
like, "I just really like you,"
Yeah.
truthfully.
Yep. He did a fantastic job building rapport. And then we had another lady, very unique situation. Justin, I'm going to take some supplies down there to her on your behalf and behalf of the team, by the way. I'm going to get that done next week.
What was that
This
about?
lady runs
Yes.
just kind of a makeshift, but she has grants, which is really weird. And guys, I'm telling you, this was down in the city. Had a rental property that I sold that was down there, right off of Riverview, the racetrack. And it's just true. It's just what it was. There was uh, they were high on something. I assume it was crack, but I mean these were legitimate crackheads, and people that were using heroin. She gave out needles. She gave out Narcan. Literally, a lady came to the door, knocked on the door. She said, "Can I get some needles and Narcan?" Am I right, Justin? And she literally got up, went and got some needles and got some Narcan and gave it to her. So this lady and then she helps with the tornado disaster stuff. Like she does all that kind of stuff. And apparently she's been on TV and
It's
just
called
kind of a
the
strange
Buchanan
lady. But
Foundation, if anyone's
yeah,
heard of it.
yeah. And my church is Faith Church in Sunset Hills. Well, when we walked in on the door, she had this thing posted up on the thing from Faith. So we talked about that. Just a kind of strange but kind of unique lady and has just been doing this kind of stuff her whole entire life. So that kind of stuff touches my heart. I went to school for social work, so we'll be making a donation on behalf of our team to that organization, whatever it is. So anybody else have any good? Justin, awesome going out with you yesterday. It's coming. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stay within the process. You know, our sales process. It will happen. Looking forward to going out with you again very, very soon.
Absolutely, thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Anybody else have any good news before we move on? Going once, going twice. Chance, your second sale yesterday. Let's talk about that. Let's hear about it.
Well, it was my Tony that we had in boot camp I mentioned. And I said, "We're doing this today." And he said, "Okay." Because he had put me off for 5 days. He said set Monday as his final day. But it was he's our 80-year-old that we got approved for final expense, and 1 unit of AD&D. Wanted it last night, but he put it to the 3rd of September because that's when his money hits. And he's getting his haircut on Friday by me, of course.
Oh, cool.
And he's paying.
That's awesome.
I'm like, what? I mean, I was going to give the haircut to get the sale, but yeah, he's a character. He's so unique, as Corey knows. But I was excited to get another one under my belt. That's for sure.
Well, you did great. You got great rapport with him. I was there the whole time. He did a great job with the presentation. This guy absolutely loves Chance, loves her just from the moment she went in. That's Chance. That's not something Chance is going to have an issue with, this building rapport, because she did a great job of it and it showed. Chance, congratulations on your second sale. You're just getting started. Looking forward to it. Big things from you from the future. Good morning, Adam and Benjamin Schaefer. Good to see you, my man. Looking forward to spending some time.
How are you?
I'm very good.
You guys hear me?
Absolutely. You guys have been one of our new teammates, and you guys will have an opportunity. Just a delightful young man, if you will, and is back on the crew. So we're excited to have you, man.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
welcome.
Good to see you again, Ben and Barb.
Yeah. All right. Any more good news before we move forward? So we'll do this on a daily basis. I just realized yesterday, I'm like, I get on and start going through, and there's some things that I want to give you guys a platform and opportunity to share some of your good news as well. So, all right, we'll keep this party going.
I'll say something.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead.
So mine on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
was someone that I've been there. It was the 5th time that I've been there. So just want to let everybody know sometimes it takes a few times.
Yeah.
First time I went, no one was home. Second time I went at a different time trying to catch her, and her sister, I guess, lives there as well, and said she takes care of her granddaughter all day, so she's really busy a lot, doesn't get home till after 5. The next time I went after 5, still wasn't home. I tried again after 5, still wasn't home. So I tried on a Saturday. There she was, sat on the porch and got it done.
Nice.
It's awesome.
I'll share
And,
something too.
Go ahead, Barb.
So the sale that I made yesterday is a woman that I first presented to in mid-July. So it's been a little over a month. And she's been in contact with me, but I've just been persistent, and she was finally in a place where she was ready to go. So not every time someone says, I need this much time, does it work, but it's definitely worth it to follow up with them, because you never know what's going on in their lives. They'll tell some of it to you, but
Yeah.
it was good to finally have that closure for her.
That's awesome. And Justin got to hear yesterday, guys, I had a sale from March, which was a referral. Reached out to the lady, and I couldn't even remember where the lady was from, to be completely honest with you, because it was a 417. I was telling Justin this yesterday. Justin heard the whole conversation. I'm meeting with her over the phone on Wednesday, Justin. Is that correct? He heard the entire conversation. So that was a referral.
It was a
from
417 number, but it was some little hillbilly town, I thought.
Absolutely. Willard, Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is from March. And the lady, we've literally been playing phone tag, and then there's 2 or 3 weeks I reached out to her again. So it's just staying in that ebb and flow, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just shows up. And this is a 75-year-old lady. Again, Justin heard the conversation, but I should write that on Wednesday over the phone. So they work. This stuff works if we follow the process, continue to do it. So, all right, awesome stuff. Thank you guys for sharing. It's much appreciated. Let's see. So our mission statement is to inspire and nurture our teammates to exceed their goals, one person, one family, and one neighborhood at a time. And you guys, a couple of you guys jumped on late. Barb, if you don't mind, can you share what you just said a few minutes ago about the lady that was super rude to you? And you was like, man, I've never had that before. And then you ended up either sitting with her or setting an appointment.
So I went up to the door, and she was shouting through the door, "Who is it? Who is it?" But it was a really noisy street, so she couldn't hear me. So eventually she comes and opens the door, and she was so cranky that she had to get up because she's disabled. And so I was going through, I'm trying to confirm her information, and she just doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And she's like, "What is this?" And so I was explaining it's final expense. And she told me that I the way she's feeling about me right now, I better look into it for myself instead.
Oh my.
I was like, okay, I'm going to give you some space. I'm so sorry. Please go and relax. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable or, in pain. And I go to my car, and I'm like typing in rep card, like putting my notes and everything. And it's about 30 seconds later, and I look up, and she's come back to the door, and she's like waving me in so that she could talk. So it was pretty funny, actually. I was like, that's the first time I've ever had anyone tell me that I needed to get it for myself, because I pissed them off so bad. But
So here, thank you for sharing that, Barb. But I did that for a reason. I want you guys to hear and look at Barb's reaction to it. She's laughing about it and just took a sip of coffee. 6-7 months ago, Barb, what would have been your reaction to that?
oh, I would have been like all shooken up.
And now you're laughing and sipping coffee, right?
Yeah.
That's what this is, guys. The more you do it, it's going to happen. I got screamed at on Saturday. I mean, screamed at. And I don't know if one of you guys is with me or not, but then I had another lady, I knocked on her door. My first one on Saturday, knocked on a lady's door. I think I told this yesterday morning, and the lady let me open the door before I grabbed her door handle because she saw me wave when I was walking up to the house. It's the only reason why she said she opened the door, because she thought I saw her. She goes, I look out the window all the time, and when you waved, I thought you saw me. Because I asked her, and I said, I didn't see you. I just always wave at the house. And she said, that's good. Got in and made the sale. So these little techniques work if we follow them. Trust me. Just keep following what you were showed. I promise it works. All right. Thank you guys for sharing. Thanks, Barb. All right. Let's skip right over that for some reason. Administration stuff, guys. If you get email from Sherry or home office, a lot of times it's really simple stuff. You can just pick up the phone, make a phone call. I think you guys are starting to see, if you've had to call home office, it is very simple. They're willing to help you. They're ready to help you. They want to help you keep business on the books and or write business. So if you get an email for administrative tasks, please don't skip over it. Read it. If you need some help, I'm here. Okay. Ernest is here. Chandra's here. Home office. We're here to help you. All right. Make sure you don't skip over those things. This also is our text line. I'll do a better job of posting this on GroupMe so you guys know that. If you have questions after hours, you guys always know you can reach out to me. I'm happy to help, but you can actually text your information into home office and they will respond back. Yes, I've tested this a couple times because this has been around since probably March or April, but this is another resource that you guys have for home office. If there's a question that maybe you've asked a couple times and maybe you're embarrassed for whatever reason, ask it again. First of all, please don't do that. Ask. Second of all, this is another resource for you as well that Lincoln is providing. $8,000 gets you into the monthly newsletter. Somebody on this call is super close to getting their first newsletter. Barb, I'm cheering for you, girl. Anything we can do, man. Seriously, go get it. Ben is well past that and is obviously in his fourth newsletter already. And Barb, so we're cheering for you. So you guys never know what can happen. I've seen people write 3, 4, 5,000 in a day. Hell, I've written 8,800 in a day before. So it's possible if you're in the activity. All right, good stuff. September 5th, I believe that is next Friday, I think. Finally got my days right. We'll be at Chick-fil-A for our team breakfast. So looking forward to all who can attend. It'll be a good time. It's always great to pull everybody together over break bread together, share some knowledge, etc. And it's good to just kind of pull the team together. So looking forward to that September 5th. Our next boot camp, September 12th at our regional office at 1810 Craig Road. Just like we had a really good one, which my fault, guys. I think it got cut way too short as Ben and I were kind of going back and forth over some things from the meeting. That was his takeaway, is people were just kind of starting to get into the groove, and then I cut it off because it was done at noon. So we're going to extend it out to make sure we can cover door knocking and you guys can answer your questions, because the rate book took a little bit over an hour, which is fantastic. So we're going to extend it out. We're looking forward to all that can come. And I'm going to tip my hat to each and every single one of you guys. Everyone that is active on the team and 2 guys that are just getting ready to get started, we're there. So Adam, we appreciate your presence, and you're soaking the knowledge up. Should get that agent code today or tomorrow. We can get this thing fired up as well. So looking forward to it. September 12th will be our next boot camp. This week, I know it's going to be tough, but we're pushing for that 50K. We're already over pushing 35,000. 20K for this week submitted. We're going to have a gigantic bowling party. I was going to do the top 5, but no, everybody can come. So I think we're capable of this if everybody does what they're capable of, and that's why we put it in place. So submitting 20K this week, bowling party at Bolero. I know we have a couple people on the team that said they're actually bowlers. Gavin is a big bowler, and I think Justin's on a team and a league. We rode around in his car yesterday, and he popped his trunk, and I think there was 80 bowling balls back there. So, and I'm not kidding, by the way. So looking forward to that.
There's got to be murder on gas.
There's a lot of bowling balls back there. Ben, I know, uses this a lot. Guys, these things, these teeny tiny little things help you keep business on the books. If you don't want to do this kinds of stuff, all you have to do is say, hey, my client's birthday, John, is coming up. I can send this to you. You can text it to him, tell him happy birthday. These are the kind of things that help with persistency. It keeps business on the books, and nobody does this kind of stuff, you guys. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. So when you get your clients' birthdays and stuff like that, when you find it out, you always go back into your portal, save it in your phone so it pops up, send them a happy birthday. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. So I will do those for you. All you got to do is tell me the name. I'll send them out to you. Ben, I think I've done 2 or 3 for you. You sent me the name. I sent them right back out. All right, numbers so far for the week. We got, we'll just go with our top 4 so far for the start of the week. So Justin had 11 door knocks yesterday. It was fun being out with you yesterday, Justin. Obviously, we're in a lot of activity, stopping into places. But if you're pushing for 20, I'm telling you, just magic happens. Some point, somebody's going to say yes. You're going to get in the door. You're going to set the appointment. How many, Justin? 3 or 4 appointments yesterday? Was it 3?
I have 3 set for the day, and then the fourth one because his wife wasn't going for it.
That's what happens when you're in the activity. And that was only 11 stops. Most of the time, you're not going to get 20. But if you come in and you're doing 1 or 2, it just doesn't work. If you're doing 3 or 4, it's not enough activity, right? So nice job, Justin, being at the 3 and setting. So you think about that. What is that? 35%, which is what we're at anyway. Our close ratio, you guys, we have one of the higher closing ratios, believe it or not. And as we're cycling through, so I'm going to tell you guys something here really quick. Sorry, I'm being long-winded, but I try to be as fully transparent with you guys as I can. So some of the leads, if you're paying attention, just being honest with you guys, some of the leads are going to be from July. Okay. Some are going to be from second, third week of July. So when you go to the door, let them know right away to take that objection away. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get with you. We have so many of these requests coming in, and it's just creates some urgency, right? Because what I'm telling you is true. Ben knows that. I think I sent it to Barb and may have shown it to a couple. There was over 1,000 leads in Missouri that had come in. So when I tell people when I'm recruiting, we don't have enough people to work the leads we have, that it's true. We really don't. So if you see a lead that's got July, August on it, it's because we're trying to run through those, and then all the fresh new ones are going to come in. But as digital leads as soon as they come in, I want to get them assigned. So here's what I'm going to do moving forward. It's going to add a little bit more work for me, but I don't care. As we get digital leads in within you guys' areas, I'm going to let you know, hey, we got new leads. I'm just going to post it on GroupMe. So it'll be new, fresh stuff that we're running through right away. It could be 2, could be 4, could be 6. So they want me to run the older stuff out, which we need to do that. But as new stuff's coming in, it might help as well. Okay? That's what we're going to start doing moving forward. Sometimes I get 10. Go ahead, Ben.
Don't have a bad feeling about if it's a month old. Don't take that to the door like an old lead. It's not going to work. They will still work. I promise you.
100%. Yeah. Justin, the lady, when I said, did you wave at the house? And you said, I'm behind the bush. Remember that yesterday? You walked up to that lady's door. It was a handwritten request. And she opened the door and she's like looking at me and Justin like this. And Justin, he did a perfect job. Hi, my name is Justin with Lincoln Heritage. You requested this information. He pointed at her address. I'm obviously standing here on your porch. And he pointed at the stuff. Are you 67? You turned 68? She said, no, I'm still 67. And she said, no, I didn't request this. He said, ma'am, it's your handwriting. And it may have been a little while ago. And she said, and Justin, you can confirm this. She said, oh, yeah, I did do that. And he set the appointment. So it's in our head, Ben, you're absolutely correct. So when you get those leads, if you're just somebody that digs in and goes, man, this thing is from July 14th, doesn't matter. They requested the information. And the reason it was taking us so long to get out there is because we literally have hundreds and hundreds of requests. All right. Not to be long-winded. All right. So Ben in the third spot with 13. Not used to seeing Ben there, but he's always making it happen. So kind of cool to see some other people in high activity for sure. And Jeff, great job, Jeff, with 14. And the OG at 18. So she's been leading the way about the last 3 or 4 work days. So congratulations, Barb. And not to be outdone there, Miss Chance with her 2-week app string. So congratulations, Chance. You've written an app the last 2 weeks. Way to go, girl. And I know you'll get another couple this week. And then the OG with 4 weeks. I think, Barb, your longest is 5 or 6 weeks. So you'll be approaching that. And
9 weeks.
Is it 9?
And then I got sick.
That's right. I thought it was 5 or 6. And then obviously pushing for that newsletter. So well done, Barb. It's awesome to see you obviously continue to kick butt and take names. So, and all the families you're helping. In reference to our numbers, we got Miss Zilka at $300, myself at $462. We got Mary at $465. Tommy wrote his first app at $521. Great job, Tommy. And then Miss Chance Michaels wrote her first app at $850, and then her second one this week. Great job, Chance. Mr. Justin Kennedy at $861. With all that activity yesterday, 3 appointments set, and 1 he needs to go back to. I guarantee he'll hit the board again at $2,238. Nice job, Justin. KDA at $24.76 in the number 4 spot. Miss Michelle Bryant at $26.92. And there's Barb hitting the board hard. Issued another $1,039 last night to put her at $7,358. Only needs 8K to hit that newsletter. So looking forward to that, Barb. And then the man, the myth, the legend, that is always half of our production. So we need to at least keep up with Ben, right? So It's written half of our production again this month at $16,023 left, or have issued so far for the month. Amazing job, Ben. Great job, everybody else, with 11 producers for the month so far. $34,249 so far issued. And again, making that big push for 50K. And I think we can get it.
Let me just say one thing. I am doing what Corey taught me in the classroom. Exactly what he taught me. Just over and over again.
It's like you're an actor.
Don't try and change something. Go out there, do what he taught you, and it will work.
Keep doing it. The more of it you do. Ben, you made a very interesting statement. And the only reason I played Nostradamus with you is because it's fun. And you come back and go, well, that's what you said was going to happen. We were talking, I think, day before yesterday, and he's like, man, like, I might not be agent of the month this month because of Barb's activity. That's what this is, you guys. Because now here's what's happening. Ben's shaking his head because I'm confirming what he said. Ben's like, I actually could be in less activity and still get the results that I have. So Ben's number 3 this week. I think that's one of the first times. Ben has always been number 1. That's the system, you guys. That's what it's designed to do. So you're going to end up having to do less to get more because you get better if you just keep doing what you were showed. Don't deviate. That's why some of us aren't getting the results that we want, because you keep trying different things. Just do what you were showed to do. I promise it works, guys. Any of you guys that have been in the field with me, and which is pretty much all of you, like, yes, there are times where I'm going to shift, but that's just because my antenna pops up, right? Justin said yesterday, why did you shorten that presentation? She said, I'm on Social Security. I have a trust in place, which doesn't really mean anything. I have a trust in place. I have Social Security. I don't have a whole lot of money. I asked her before we did it, well, what would fit in your budget? And she's like, I really don't know. She said she wanted to be cremated. So I gave her a couple things about Lincoln, probably the first 5 or 6 slides, just because of what I was getting from her. And then we did, Justin actually held the iPad. She watched the FCGS video, because that's a always. I did the money sheet, presented it to her, and she said, I can't afford any of those. No problem. Then she wanted to start talking because she was having a great time with us, and I cut her off. I'm not going to be there for an hour, hour and a half with somebody that's not buying. No disrespect to them, but I'm not there to be their friend, and they are not there to be mine either, right? Make a connection. If it's not for them, hey, I said 15, 20 minutes. That's about what it was anyway. So we want to be respectful of your time, and I stood up. We shook hands with her. She thanked us, and we left. Right? That's what you guys were showing. I do the exact same thing. Something I'm going to start doing as well when I'm out on my own, which is not often, is calling some of our new agents and having them plugged into my headset so you can hear me. And maybe that'll give some other people some confidence too. It's just so you can actually hear I'm doing the exact same thing I'm showing you. All right? Thanks, Ben, for sharing that. All right, top 5 for Agent of the Month with just a few days left. We got Miss Mary Kretz at 109, KDA at 115, Mr. Jeff Allen with a ton of activity at 223, Ben Stratton at 273, and Barb with a 19-point lead with just a few days left of the month for Agent of the Month with 292 points. So well done, everybody, especially our top 5. And it's going to be a strong, tight finish for the month of August.
Get 'em, Barb.
Let's go, Barb. I'd place my money on both of you, but this will be fun. So Chance, with her sale yesterday, $925, 1 family protected, 1 unit of AD&D. That's that training coming to life. She knew to add at least 1 unit of AD&D, so if that person passes away in an accident, their family is going to get all of that money plus their death benefit. Great job there, Chance. And then we got the OG at 664, 1 family protected, 5 units of AD&D. Our total yesterday, just shy of 1,600, 2 families protected, 6 units of AD&D. We just talked about this a few minutes ago about asking for referrals. 91% of customers said they would give a referral, but only 11% of salespeople actually asked for them. So Justin, I'm gonna tip my hat to you. I saw it right there with my own eyeballs and watched you work it. Guys, when you start doing this, even if he got 7, so that person almost filled that sheet up. Can you imagine calling, what was his name? Tyrone. Can you imagine calling Tyrone back? Now, I don't know if you're gonna do this or not. Hey, Tyrone, I sat down with Janet and Mary, and they both protected their families. I have a gift card for you to Walmart or whatever his favorite store is, right? And you bring those back with another sheet. I promise you he's going to fill that sheet up.
Yeah, some real familiar to that. Some close.
Yeah, absolutely. So great job there, Justin. Use the sheets, guys. If you forget, if you keep going, oh, I keep forgetting, just put it inside their folder that you're leaving with them. You won't forget, because when you go to put their sheet in there, the money sheet in there, you'll see it. It'll remind you. All right, our training today is going to be on completing the FCGS digital form for your clients. All right, this is not going to take us very long at all. So this is simply logging into the portal. It's going to kick me out, so I'm going to go ahead and just log back in. So you're going to sign into the portal, all right? And then when you sign into the portal, you're going to go under e-app, okay? Just like you would to go complete the application. If I'm moving too fast, let me know, all right? Once you get into the portal, top right-hand corner, you're going to see FCGS, okay? And really quickly, before we go into that, I'm going to show you the medications deal as well, right? I know a lot of people don't even see that or even click on it. So I'm going to go to medications first, okay? Again, I know some people counterpredictive. They'll tell you you're a field underwriter and all that. No, you're simply asking the questions, and based off those questions that you ask will tell you what the client qualifies for, either the modified no loss plan or the standard final expense plan, right? So here's all the medications that Lincoln is looking at, right, from these particular people. So it will tell you if somebody's taking Abicet, it's standard, which means they're going to get qualified for final expense, right? If they're taking this medication, I guess that's Abicet, that means that's standard. They're going to get our standard final expense. So if I had to tell you, if I had to just throw this out there, this says uninsurable. What do you guys think these three medications could be taken for?
HIV.
HIV or AIDS, right? Because those are the only things that we uninsure people for unless they're locked up or something like that, but you guys get it. So check this out. Triamptorine. Let's see. I'm probably going to butcher the spelling and then see if it comes up. I don't want to make it that bad. All right. Not trim at all. So if they have their pill bottle, right? If you're just curious for whatever reason, you can literally put their medication in here and it will tell you if they're going to be standard or modified. Okay? Some medications have dual usage. So remember when I said let's say you click on this particular medication, I'm not even going to try. That's a heart medication, I believe. But if you put that medication in and you see that it says dual usage, remember if you're on the app and you do the drop down and it has 2 things listed or 3 things and none of them are what the client has, just pick one. And when you call in the home office, just tell them this person is taking X medication for this thing that might not be listed there. So you literally can type in any medication and it's going to come up and tell you if it's standard or modified. Now, I'm just showing you guys your resources. The easy thing to do is ask the questions. And after you ask the questions, let the underwriter be the underwriter. Make sense? Anybody have any questions about that? All right, sweet.
I've never actually used that. That's great.
That's why I pointed that out. I know most people don't.
That would definitely help with after hours and Sundays.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we're going to go here just to let you guys know, just in case you missed it, right here, FCGS. Clicked on FCGS is going to take you out here. This is the long FCGS video. You don't need to watch that. You definitely don't need to watch that with the client. The 3-minute one is sufficient, right? So check this out. When you come in here, you're going to see it's going to give you the exact same experience as if you were going to complete an application, right? So I'm simply going to go complete new application. Pick my language, English. I'm going to go create. So you can see this looks just like the application. Now check this out. Would you like to get existing e-app applicant, existing e-app applicant information? If I say yes, then I can put in the e-app number. So watch this. This is one of my clients. So 013203. And then watch what this does. It pulled all the information from the client from the portal. And it filled out the last 3 dots of this as well. So let me explain this to you guys as well. First of all, by doing this, most of our clients aren't going to fill out the FCGS form. They just don't do it. Okay? So you can do this with them right then and there, or schedule a time to bring the policy back and do this with them as well. This is adds 10% to your persistency. So Ben, you're our biggest producer. What is your persistency? I know we talked about this Sunday night.
I think right now around 94.
94%. I'm 92%. And I've always, my entire career, I've been anywhere between 85 to 95% because I send the thank you cards, right? I'll do these little things because they make a big difference. This isn't me making statistics up. This is from Lincoln. This adds 10% persistency because they feel like they have a plan. Now, even simpler than that, you're just going to take their application number, right? Because they're existing policyholder now. Drop that number in here, hit go get details, and it filled out half the sheet for you. So this is what else is on there. So she was a female, okay, single. And now you can see I got a green check mark, just like if you were completing the application. Everything else is in here. I'm going to go continue, just like you do on the regular application. So trusted loved one. Can anybody tell me what who the trusted loved one is?
Fish.
Should be the beneficiary.
Absolutely, beneficiary. So we're going to say Tony, and we're going to say the relationship is, we'll just say brother, phone number, okay, because you can see there's asterisks there. We're going to say 123 Maine. That is not how you spell Maine. It's foreign. All right, and we're going to say St. Louis. Drop down from Missouri or whatever. We're going to say Alaska, and then we'll say 6311111. Okay. Now we've got everything in there. All the asterisks are filled. By the way, it's going to be the exact same beneficiary as the one that was on the application, so you probably have that information already. Okay. We're going to go continue. By the way, if you don't have their address, you guys just use the address that's there at the house. It's okay. It's not a huge deal. Okay. Continue. Type of service. Burial or cremation. So let's just say burial for conversation's sake. It's going to continue to give these drop downs. Now you can see we've got all green check marks, and I'm coaching you guys through this, and we're almost all the way done. All right. So what's visitation and wake or gravesite service? Gravesite service. Next. Now you can see the drop downs here. I'm not going to cover all of these, but would you like your funeral advisor to price shop for your family? Yes. Services will be held with or without the body. With. Casket preference. You can put all that stuff in there. Open or closed casket, right? We're going to say open. And then all of these options that you have down here. So if I click on music, it's going to ask me for details. Pretty crazy. So I'm going to say, this is for you, Justin. We're going to say, I want Gunna the rapper. I want his music played at my at my funeral, right? Any stories that I want told. You can fill all this information out and be specific, right? Flowers, what color dress or suit or dress she wants to wear, all that information can be completed, okay? From there, we're going to hit continue. Final resting place, cemetery, scattered ashes, return to ashes. So we're going to say cemetery because it said we wanted to be buried. We're going to say Tommy funeral services. All right. Continue. And then the email address. So what they're going to do is once you hit submit, it's going to email all this stuff to them so they have it. But then it's going to go to FCGS. It does take about 24, 48 hours for them to shoot the feed from our system to theirs, just so you guys know. So if somebody does pass away in that time frame, it's going to be pretty fresh. They probably still have all their information there. Excuse me. So it'll be in their email, but it might take a day or two for us to get it. That's it. And then you hit submit and do just like you did with the regular application. Nothing for them to sign or anything like that at all. This adds 10% to your persistency, and it takes about 5 minutes to do at the absolute most. All right.
And gives you a bump on your qualification for the trips.
I hope you were going to say that, Ben, because you say that every time we go through this. Adds 5%. Okay. So if you're at 100,000, it's going to add 5%. If you're at 50,000, it's going to add 5% to your towards your trip, because they know that this adds to persistency. Okay. Any questions there? Any questions at all?
Nope.
Sweet. All right. We'll take goals, and then we'll get this thing moving. So good to see you on, Schaefer, and I'll see you here in a few hours. Ben, what are you shooting for today?
2 for 2.
2 for Tizu. Jeff.
Do 1 for 1 today.
All right. Miss Chance.
1 for 1 today.
All right. Get that 2-day app string to go with your 2-week. Mary.
1 for 1.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Mr. Justin.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. And I don't think I forgot anybody. Anybody have anything to add before we close out? Sweet. Adam, I'm going to be checking on your
I
agent
have
code.
a spin to win, Corey.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me.
While you're getting that set up,
Yeah, go ahead. Ben.
I would definitely, especially if you're new, play around with this application at home. So you don't look like it helps because there's going to be time, especially if you're getting into the first couple sales or whatever, and you haven't played this, it'll be harder to go through it during crunch time when your heart's racing a little bit and all that. So you definitely want to make sure you know the application inside there.
Yeah.
And you've done it a few times at home. Just put random names in. It doesn't matter, and then you can just delete it.
Delete it. Yeah, that's a good point, Ben. Thank you. Please practice this stuff, you guys. Don't sit down in front of a client and do that. And yes, it's important for your checkbook, of course. Absolutely. That's why you're here. But in my opinion, it's just as, if not more important. What if that family doesn't protect themselves because you're fumbling around with the app, or it doesn't seem like you know what you're talking about? They're going to tell you, I need to think about it. That's completely on us. And you guys can't even blame me for that one, because there's videos. You can log into that portal 24/7. You can do it while you're sitting there watching your favorite TV show. Just thumbing through it, entering in stuff. You can enter in Mickey Mouse if you want to. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The other thing that I will throw into what Ben's statement was is make sure you start at the top of each page and go from top down. I see new people do it all the time. They start in the middle of a page or they skip through it. I'm like, first of all, that's not what you were shown. Like, go start on the first page, fill out all the information, click continue. Because if you start going back and forth to that thing, you're going to confuse yourself and you're going to go, I got all green check marks. What's wrong? Because you didn't follow the process. The more you follow the process, the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. And you've got the resources. And I'm willing to help. Some of you guys have mentioned I'm one person. Yes, I am. I'll help you at midnight. I'll help you at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll help you at 2 a.m. on a Sunday if you need the help. But I don't always know that when people need the help. So do what you were showed. Follow the resources. You guys have a ton of people here that want you to win, for sure. And speaking of winning, Mr. Justin, and I even wrote down spin to win and still forgot, Justin. So I'm glad I told you to remind me. All right, man, let's hope you get that 10. All right, spend some more of my money. Here we go. All right. Let's see what we got, Justin. Oh, I'm going to send you what we have, Justin. I'm going to do it right now. You let me know. Excuse me, which one what lead you want, and I'll get it sent to you this morning.
Appreciate it, Corey.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Appreciate
Could
you.
be a good one. Never know.
Absolutely. That's how it works. All right. Thank you guys so much for your time. Appreciate all that you do. And bye for now. Have a great day, everybody.
Good day. Good luck.